I think we can begin while waiting for others to join. So, hi everyone, can everybody hear me? Okay, good. So welcome to this afternoon in Europe time. Good morning if you're joining from North America. This is the Global Construction Tech Program powered by Impulse Partners and sponsored by Shimizu Corporation in Japan. We are running 1 hour or so webinar on subject of energy and clean tech today. We have companies in this sector presenting their solutions. And in the audience, we have some VCs and corporates which have connected. Thank you for joining us. This is a closed event where we, Impulse Partners, present to our partners and clients some of the innovative companies that we have in our portfolio. And to do so, we organize 4 events annually, once in trimester. So our July event is on energy clean tech. On October, we have digital construction. In January, smart city. And on April, sustainability. So these are the 4 themes that we deal with annually for events. And one other specific thing about the Global Construction Program is we hold 2 identical events, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, to allow the most number of people and participants to connect, especially to our American collaborators and partners. So here we are on our session on energy and clean tech. Without further ado, we will go to the next slide so I can present to you what our program in the agenda. So I will make a quick introduction of Impulse Partners, what we do as a company, followed by 4 companies who will be presenting their solution: Itauros, Neodelis, Nooco, and Dilium. And we will get some questions from the audience if they have any, and we will conclude today's session. So it will be approximately 1 hour. Okay, so quickly on the Impulse Partners side, we are a French company based in Paris, in Station F and in 15th District. We are specialized in construction, energy, environment, smart city, and engineering sectors. And we are a consulting company and also accelerating innovative companies. And our specific expertise is bringing all of the ecosystem counterparts and stakeholders together to create synergies and collaboration opportunities like investment or POCs or acceleration program, innovative awards, etc. Moving forward. So we are present, as I was saying, in France, Paris, but we're very active internationally. To start with North America, USA, and Canada, with whom we work a lot, but also in Saudi Arabia with our clients such as Saudi Aramco. But also we are very active these days in Asia, especially in Japan and Korea. Shimizu Corporation, for example, sponsored today's event, one of the main constructor in Japan. Okay, to just showcase of the programs that we have in our portfolio. So for CRH Ventures, so the group CRH, when they launched their open innovation handle, we help them source startups and launch successfully their program. Elistan, a Canadian constructor company for whom we have worked and we're currently working for their acceleration program. Barton Miller, same thing, US contractor, and we are running a program for these companies, among many others, of course. All right, so today we have a very rich ecosystem database of companies joining us in many part of the world. So some of them you will see today. and we are very proud to say that we have created many projects or opportunities for these startups, investment deals or POCs, for example. And next slide, please. Of course, this cannot be done without a team behind. So we are a team of 45 consultants today at Impasse Partners, and on international side we're 6. So I'm joined here with my colleague Louis, who's working on this program with me.
Hello, everyone.
Right. So that was Global Contact Program and Impulse Partners. If you need any more information, are curious about us, there's website or this email address that you are seeing currently on screen, so you can schedule a meeting or ask us any questions. So without further ado, we'll go to the pitching part, the presentation part of our event. So today we have on agenda 4 innovative companies that are presenting their solutions, Europeans all. So we have Daniele from Itauros, Flavio from Neodelis, Charlie from Nooco, and Donato from Dilium. So 4 companies presenting in the order that I presented just now. So starting with Itauros, let me present please Daniele from Itauros, who will present their solution. Please, Daniele, floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Jihon, for having us here today. I will share my presentation. I hope everybody can see.
Yep.
So hello again, everyone. I'm Daniele, and I'm the CEO of Itauros, which is a small IT services company born in Torino in 2020. Small, but not so small, because from 2 people in 2020, now we are grown to over 30 professionals in all the professionalities of IT. So engineers, mathematicians, physics, and over. Our mission is to help companies unlock their value, unlock the digital strategy through custom tailor-made software, which actually solve business problems. In fact, we act as partners by sitting beside the companies that we work with, identifying real pain points, actual pain points, and in order to design custom solutions that actually can solve business problems and measure them through KPIs that can actually make understand how much the solutions impact the business. One of our business units is focused on data analytics and artificial intelligence. And we work from the raw data to actually dashboards and systems that can lead to smart decisions. We have an end-to-end, we have the ability to design an end-to-end data pipeline from scratch to use this data to create machine learning and artificial intelligence tools and present these results through dashboards to monitor KPIs. Today, I'm talking about Anything, which is our product for creating IoT projects and with a focus especially on predictive maintenance. So IoT, Internet of Things, of course, is constantly and exponentially growing. It's estimated that by 2030 there will be over 40 billion connected devices, which of course is a huge number. But with 5G networks and the lowering of costs of sensors, processors, and edge computing in general, this technology is gaining a strong impulse, and also it's always a more real trend to move the computing from the clouds to the edge. Moreover, these Internet of Things projects address real needs of productive sectors, especially in manufacturing, mobility, energy. It's more and more important to collect data on the field and to be responsive in real time over this data. So to automate decisions based on data and to integrate all this data with the more classic company information system, so ERP, CRM, and etc. Our solution offers the whole data pipeline in a package, so that it's possible to address connectivity, orchestration of data inside the platform, collection and storage of the data, and reporting in real time. It's composed of different parts and offers a solution to work on the edge with a middleware for embedded systems, standardizing cloud connectivity in order that devices can send and collect, archive, and analyze different types of data and use this kind of data to support artificial intelligence models and machine learning models, both in edge and in cloud. The system is architected in this way, so it features an edge part in which a middleware is installed on the edge devices, and also there is an SDK available to send the data to the cloud. The middleware offers the possibility of configuring the software through a workflow which is configurable directly from the platform. And it's possible through this edge middleware to execute artificial intelligence and machine learning models locally, directly in the edge. So in this way, it's possible to reduce bandwidth consumption and to lower as much as possible the latency between a sensor data and an action which goes forward. Then our cloud platform offers connectivity from and to devices and a routing engine that does the orchestration inside the platform. Moreover, a data warehouse integrates the possibility to work on artificial intelligence models and develop models directly inside the platform. Last but not least, the reporting module allows the user to create custom dashboards for understanding KPIs, both historically and in real time, and of course export all this data through APIs or in batch. Going to the middleware, the possibilities that it does offer are management of input-output of sensors and actuators, so that it's possible to communicate with external systems with industrial-grade protocols such as Modbus or CAN, and through the configurable data pipeline, it's possible to modify the behavior of the software in order to work with new signals, new sensors, new actuators without deploying the software on the devices again. It's compatible with accelerators to execute models of artificial intelligence, but also it's compatible with accelerators for security, TPM, and all the rest. And features the possibility to update the devices over the air and use encrypted protocols to communicate to the platform. The platform actually does offer the possibility to ingest and standardize in a standard way huge amounts of data, and development environment which allows the user to train its own models and deploy them both on cloud and on edge. The data lake that comes out of this process is, of course, available, and it's integratable with all the other systems. The user interface features a customizable way that allows dashboarding for both real-time and historical data. The whole system is packaged in a way that totally REST API compatible, so that it's possible to white label the system in order not to use our front end, but to use the client's front end. There's the possibility to extend the system by modules developed by the partners or by the customers, and features full enterprise security and data ownership. So for the company, what's the benefit? You have just one platform for edge, cloud computing, and AI, so that the time to market for IoT projects can be significantly reduced. And it's possible to have maximum flexibility because the system is not tied to cloud computing environments, but can be deployed anywhere, even on premise. And it's completely scalable and sustainable for industrial grade projects. On a focus on predictive maintenance, this is a process that's gaining a lot of traction. And it's composed of different key functionalities. So the detection of behavioral abnormalities, so the understanding of something that's wrong with the system. After something has been detected as wrong, must be classified in a most of the times multi-class way. So we must give a label to the failure. And we, of course, have to estimate the severity and urgency of the failure in order to determine the priority of intervention. And then, of course, we have to notify the stakeholders in order for them to act as soon as possible. So it can be dashboards or even notifications such as emails, Slack, or webhooks in general. So the models that we are using are able to recognize patterns in temporal signals. So we are working with time series. And even in the absence of labeled datasets, we are able to use unsupervised models not to have the need of labeling each kind of failure. So we are using different kinds of models, but the most used and useful in this system are LSTM, transformers, autoencoders, and clustering. So we can actually detect faults even without labeling the whole datasets, which is a kind of a big problem for especially manufacturing, which has not always the records on their system, and can actually predict failures adaptively based on actual data. The impact of this process is reduction of downtime, so that the impact of failure in a machine is minimized, and in general, increase of operational efficiency and planning of maintenance activity. In particular, we have decreased shutdowns, unplanned shutdowns of the system, which results in increased productivity. And we can actually measure the ROI on critical assets with the result of having an improved customer satisfaction overall. One real case in practice that we have worked on is based on a textile company, which has a production of actually leather goods with a series of machinery connected with sensors to our platform. They, at the moment of the implementation of the project, didn't have a data lake of their own data. So the goal was to real-time monitor operations, collect data on machine cycles, runtimes, faults, and calculate KPIs, and of course, anticipate failures so that it was possible to deploy a dashboard showing KPIs for this kind of operational data. So we set up a project that ingested machine signals automatically and performed fault detection on these signals. When we detected these kind of events, we sent automatic notifications to the supervisors, and we had all in a dashboard for real-time monitoring. The results were a total of minus 27% of unplanned downtime and another 18% of machine cycle efficiency. And at the moment, no interruption in any critical phase of the operations of the machine. So what's in with this product for your company? It's actually shifting from a reactive approach in which you just react to failures and events without the possibility of planning ahead, to a more proactive solution in which it's possible to act on issues before they actually present and cause a downtime or a loss in business continuity. So thank you very much for your attention, and I leave the word to Jiun and Impulse Partners.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that was Itauros, who develops custom cloud AI and IoT solutions to drive digital transformation in the industrial field. Thank you, Daniele, for your presentation. Time awaits, so we'll go to the next speaker, and maybe we'll collect any other questions the audience might have. So next speaker, Flavio from Neodelis, who will present their solution, which designs patented LED lighting systems with smart cable-free control for harsh and specialized environments. So Flavio,
Yes.
please, you can share screen and start your presentation.
Yeah. Do you see the screen?
Yes, it's coming.
Let me,
Perfect. Yeah.
Maybe this is better.
It's, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So good day to everyone. I'm Flavio Ghirardi. I'm the CEO of Neodelis, and we actually invented, produced, developed intelligent IoT LED light, which intercommunicate using light spectrum. Actually. A brief presentation about the company. The company is from Torino. We have a lot of big customer. We took mainly two kind of customer. One are big enterprises, Italian enterprises, like Stellantis, Mapei, and similar, and also public administration, where what I mean in public administration is hospital, schools, and the local municipality, as well as also subway and train companies. The company has been, as I said, has been founded by me. One of the major shareholder is Mondo Power, which is a company working in energy saving. In general, is a ESCO company, it's an energy savings company, which is actually working on everything in the building, from window to the building itself. The joint CEO with me is Giacomo Pilupo. He's in charge of finance and sales, and we have also VP Frank Noon is our VP of sales. As I said, we are selling today 95% of our revenues in Italy, but we are really since 6 months looking forward and pushing to go internationally. The idea of the company since when we founded was to propose to our enterprise customers, so not consumer but enterprise customer, was to give the idea that the passage to LED light is not just passing to a new kind of lighting which is consuming less, but it's really important to really save energy, to use intelligently the way. What it means is use a sensor, use monitoring, and all the feature like Bluetooth mesh, DALI, and etc., all the features that are very useful and with LED actually, and help to reduce a lot the energy saving, not just because it's a new kind of light, but really because you use intelligently the light. And there we came with a problem. And there we came why we fought to our Ecolumiere, which is the name of our own product. Why? Because today it's the market, everyone is speaking about smart lighting. The market is full of solution from DALI to Bluetooth mesh to a lot of solution, and the market is growing very fast. But the problem that there is with all these kind of solution is that they are very complex. You need to install control unit, you need to install sensor, you need to have technical expertise. It's really a very, I always say it's a second IT. Okay, you need to put in place a second IT to let it work. And that's also expensive for sure, but also complex to maintain. What it means is that if for any reason one lamp breaks, you need to call a specialized technical guy, you need to weigh, you cannot replace, and then you have to reconfigure everything. So it's really, at the end, it's a very interesting energy saving solution, but it's really very, very complex to install and to maintain and expensive also. So the idea, this is an example, okay? This is an example of DALI, which is one of the most common solution. As you see, there you need a server, you need a knob, you need the sensor, you need each lamp has to have a specific power supply. So it's really complex. So the idea we had, which is a patent, worldwide patent from US to China since already 2017, it's actually to integrate everything inside LED. LED are already electronics, so why not use this feature to have a completely integrated solution? So at the end, outside our solution, which are from LED tube. So outside it's really a standard LED tube. I don't know if you can see, but this is one of our, for example. And this is just really externally, it's a standard LED tube. And the same is for the panel, the LED panel you have probably on top of your ceiling, and some industrial lights. So at the end, externally are connected just 220 volt or 1010 volts, or just unplug the old neon and you plug this one. But at the end, it's really exactly as to install any normal LED. But there are three key features. One is that each lamp has internally a processor with our own algorithm, which is controlling the behavior. And controlling the behavior by two inputs. One is for sure the parameter we put inside. And in the solution we have today, our goal is to adapt the lamp to the target lux. So today we say to the lamp, I want on my desk in my office 500 lux. The lamp, by the target algorithm we have inside, and by the second point, which is the sensor integrated inside the lamp, measure the environmental light available in your office, inform the processor, and the processor dim up and down the lamp in order to keep the 500 lux on your desk and save energy. So if you have sun coming from your window, the lamp automatically dim down because they understand that it's not necessary to be full power. Okay, and during these, we already installed several thousand of lamps around Italy, and roughly every time we have a saving around 50% compared to always on LED, let's say, so not managed LED. So the two first components are, as I said, algorithm and processor. Second, sensor, and the third is the communication. The lamps communicate each other by the more natural way for the lamps to communicate, which is the light. So they use, we developed our own proprietary algorithm, which actually use the capability of the LED to switch on and off very rapidly. So we don't perceive, we don't see anything. And they exchange information. The information that they exchange can be adapted to the specific request of the customer. But for example, the standard one we developed, which I said was the adapting over the environmental light. In this case, the lamps exchange information in order to coordinate itself. So what it means is that we avoid that if one lamp goes down, the other goes up, or they work without any coordination, with the goal to keep the most uniform possible light in all the office. This idea of using light actually has several advantages. So one, which I already mentioned in part, it's that we use the same components that are already available in the lamps. So we use a LED chip to send the information, and we use the light sensor to receive the information. So we don't have to add more Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or whatever kind of circuits. The second component, which is really very important, is that light is not radio frequency. So this means that it can be used in petrochemical plants, hospital, without any risk. But in petrochemical plants, explosion, in hospital, interference with any other product or machinery in the hospital. So we are working on a totally different and safe band, which is actually very well accepted. All the other solutions in the hospital, for example, they are forced to be cabled because you cannot use Bluetooth or radio frequency. Okay? And the same is coming more and more in the schools also. Kindergarten and school, they are trying to avoid as much as they can radio frequency. So the solution is based on these three components. There is a fourth one, which is, I would say, a natural add-on, that each lamp memorizes the energy usage and consumption. So it memorizes how much energy, how many times has been switched on and off, how much energy has consumed. And by our app, we can download all this information on the cloud, so that the customer has always available, lamp per lamp, what was the historical consumption, okay, and even the actual consumption, the live consumption of the lamp. And as I said, everything without any cabling or any modification to the actual electric cabling or building of the customer. This is an idea of the lamp we have today. As I said, we have tube, we have LED standard panel over the ceiling or integrated in the ceiling. We have some industrial lamps, and so we cover almost all the not all, but little by little we will do all the kind of lamps. And this is a screenshot of our app, where we can see the real-time measuring and the historical data on the bottom. Next steps, Neodelis is investing a lot in research and development, and is still investing a lot of research and development, because I always say that we just developed at the top of the iceberg, because our idea is not really to just develop a device which, as it is today, for energy saving. The idea is to really develop a full IoT device which is able to interact with the environment, not only by light, and also react to the environment behavior. So we are working on integrating gas sensor, people counting sensor, and several other kinds of sensor, which help us to send to the cloud also the information, for example, of gas or bad quality of air inside the room. We have several projects we are working on, and we are, as I said, we are still investing a lot on that. our product today is already has already the base of everything, because, for example, the processor has already 4 input, and actually today we are just using one, which is the light sensor. But we are very ready to add the other and to let the lamp react to the other input. For example, if there is bad quality, send a pop-up or send an alert to the cloud, or make the lamp dim down and flashing rapidly in order to let the people understand that it's time to open the window, things like that. And the idea is to avoid all the sensors that today you can see probably even on top of you on your ceiling, and add all this functionality just in a standard lamp feature, which is by the way at the end also making light.
Thank you,
This is
Flavio.
the solution, and this is Neodelis. For every question, I'm here.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Flavio, for your presentation. Louis, if you can, yeah. All right, so this was Neodelis. We'll go to the third company of today's pitch, Nooco, which is a company which provides a SaaS platform to quickly access and reduce the carbon footprint on construction projects. And we have Charlie with us today. Are you ready, Charlie? You can unmute yourself.
Yes, absolutely. I can share my screen and I'll be ready in a few seconds. All right. Well, thank you everyone for attending the session. The goal today is to introduce you to Nooco. And I'd like to start with a bit of history, because when we launched Nooco 4 years ago, the problem we tackled was that the CO2 indicator was coming into the market, and our clients needed to prepare since it would become, at a time, mandatory. And thus we were speaking strategy with them, we were speaking to our customers, and we were pushing them to transform and to adapt. And now more than ever, the landscape is changing because carbon calculation is becoming mandatory. And we haven't met a single customer this year that didn't have trouble at least once with carbon. So now the question is, how can you turn what looks like a constraint into a competitive edge? To answer that question, let me first introduce what we are and what we do. We are a software platform, and our clients primarily use Nooco to reduce the time they spend calculating the carbon footprint of their projects. We provide them with relevant certified data, which in turn allows them to reduce their carbon footprint. And as a result, they win more tenders, which leads to more business, which leads to a need for more calculation, etc., etc. To give you a bit of insight about our clients, in France, we work with 47 of the biggest 50 building companies. And at the European level, well, there was just an article a few days back explaining that the top 4 French companies represent 50% of the European construction market. So in a sense, we already work with more than 50% of the European markets. And we work with these actors because we know the challenges you face. We hear it from them each and every day. And that's why the position we have is that we want to become your trusted third party for everything that touches the subject of embodied carbon. And operationally speaking, Nooco is the easiest solution to use on the market, because to ensure everything goes smoothly, we have carbon engineers at the ready, should you need help. And apart from the team, of course, a clear and intuitive interface is one of the ways we alleviate the load on the teams. So basically, your services will be using Nooco easily and divide the time they spend on each carbon calculation project by around 3 times. And on the more client-oriented side, we know that public tenders will have to include an environmental standard by 2026. And I don't think I'm reaching if I tell you that the private sector might follow suit in the future. They already do. And you know what they say about the future. The problem is that it keeps turning into the present. So preparing today might be wise in order to be ready the day of. Now to shed some light on the way things work in the solution. Basically, Nooco feeds on Excel files comprising 3 columns: equipment or material description, the quantity of product you install in the project, and the units, basically square meters, cubic meters, etc. These information are parsed by an AI, which maps the corresponding items and the EPDs, which are the environmental products of the materials, of the windows, of the concrete, etc., etc. And all this is matched with the contents of the Excel. And from this information that our clients provide, Nooco can display the carbon footprint of the project and the ways to optimize it without the need for carbon expertise. And finally, you can extract a PDF file summarizing your works, which you can include whenever you submit a bid to your client, for example. To dig a bit deeper into the use cases that we often encounter, one question can be, how do you estimate the carbon ROI of a renovation project? Or the question can be, does it even make sense to launch the project? So what you have here is the result of a project from one of our clients. And thanks to the data available in Nooco, our clients could estimate the carbon return time of the plan that he was envisioning and evaluate precisely its carbon savings with the concept of the marginal abatement cost for those of us who are versed in this science of the carbon. To summarize, we aggregate European carbon data inside Nooco, and we display it in a way that's easy to understand and to use. As you can see here, I admit it can be a little image, but it's a scatter graph. And thanks to this data, you can feed your project data to the solution, whatever the phase, either preliminary designs or maybe more advanced files like bills of equipment or standardized thermal study summaries, and even quotations from your internal tools will do the trick. So basically, we connect all this information to projects at design level. And by design, you understand where you're at in terms of carbon when the project is not launched yet, or when you're further down the life of the operation, for example. The ultimate goal of using Nooco is to centralize all this useful information into a single platform, which will be then used by the various departments at different points in the life of a project. What you will be seeing here is basically a framework of implementation for our customers. Basically, the project team may want to calculate the carbon footprint of the operation or begin estimating the carbon footprint of the operation. And then quotation teams may need to evaluate the costs of the carbon optimizations of this operation. And we can link with your softwares via API, and we can basically display what's in Nooco inside the tools you're using in your everyday life. Oftentimes, the procurement will want to have a look at the carbon performance of a family of products in order to better negotiate their annual price conditions and challenge their suppliers. And ESG teams will want to report annually thanks to the real data of the projects, and they will be able to tap into the wealth of information that is Nooco, etc., etc. To conclude, I'll leave you with some figures we're very proud of, and it's that 150 companies have realized more than 9,500 projects in Nooco, thanks to 50,000 product references in all European databases and in about an hour each. If you wish to dig a little bit further into the solution, I'm available for further information. So please do not hesitate to contact me once the session is over. And in the meantime, I will be happy to answer any question you might have.
Thank you very much, Charlie, for your presentation of Nooco. Okay, so that was our third speaker, and let's please move on to the last, but definitely not the least, Dilium. So which is a company that creates innovative digital experiences using AR, VR, AI, and in computing technologies. So we have Donato with us. So if you're ready to present, please.
Yeah, sure. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So thanks a lot for this opportunity. I'm Donato. I co-founder and CEO of Dilium. We born in 2017 to work inside the augmented reality and virtual reality solution, now spatial computing. I'm also an academic tutor inside the University of Milan. And 2 years ago, we are being selected by Apple inside the developers lab in London and Cupertino for working inside the Apple Vision Pro solution. My team is like engineers based on computer vision, 3D, and spatial computing. And to product, we would like to present a different solution. The first one is the spatial drawing, so the featured by Apple in the day one on the App Store with over 2 million people using this simple application just to drawing all around you, like a Canva. Inside the space. After that, we're working inside a solution is called 3D to Me. So in this case, you can upload your 3D model, or you can create your 3D model from scratch based on photogrammetry. And you can see, you can move, you can rotate your model inside your space. And with the spatial drawing solution, you can annotate directly to the 3D model. This kind of annotation remain inside the 3D model and with an anchor. So basically, when you save the project, you can see the tracking of the annotation on the 3D model. This one is not only a Vision Pro solution, but it's like an interoperability solution. So what means that every single annotation that you can draw, you can take inside the 3D model, you can see also in the mobile, inside the desktop mode, in the web, so in browser, and also inside other devices like Meta, so for Android XR devices. So a complete solution to show your product inside your environment. Also in 3D to Me, we introduced the spatial collaboration. So basically here you can see your product and you can talk with your colleague, but also with other people connected with you, like a sales pitch, and in that case you cannot see directly the video like in this way, but you can see directly the product in front of you with all the annotation, with all the rotation syncing with each others. Inside the training on board, consider that we have a special enterprise API from Apple. So basically we work inside the ML core and object recognition. In this case, you can track your object, and inside your object, you can add information like text, but also from a third API. So basically, the device can understand the object and you can put some information on that. This one is very, I think, very fit for your program because it's working in real-time inspection. So what happened here? Consider that the Vision Pro in this case have a LiDAR system. So the mesh that you can see, it's like a real-time scanning. So what happened inside the Vision Pro? We add some annotation on that with a simple ML engine like YOLO, and for understand, for example, the object that are inside. And we told the features like, again, annotation, but also you can take some measurement, you can add some voice memo or annotation. You can go, you can, inside your inspection, audit, working state. So wherever you want, you can take some annotation. For example, this one is no good. There is a problem there. Oh, be careful because blah, blah, blah. What is the output? The output is a 3D model in photogrammetry. with all the annotation on top. So basically, it's very useful for integrate also this output inside your BIM software or other content management system that the company have. Spatial support, nothing new. In this case, we add some AI to understand the product and talk with the product. In this case, we add because the software and the devices, the old devices using for this kind of solution are not yet on the market. HoloLens, for example, is end of life. So we add this kind of solution inside the Apple Vision Pro with special camera and QR code and barcode connection. So you can just take a look of a product. You have all the information about that kind of product, and you can talk with the chat for understand the problem. If you cannot solve that problem, you can ask to an engineer. So in that case, the engineers, like a browser, can see your point of view and can help you for solve and for take a solution. Customer experience. Also in this case, it's a problem that everybody when try VR devices, for example, lost himself inside the VR. So I cannot see. I see black. I need to where I need to tap something like that. In this case, what happened? You are completely in passive mode. So basically, the people that can have, in this case, this is my CTO and co-founder, can completely share the solution, the product, wherever you want, and I completely see in passive mode the 3D model or everything that he want to share to me. Portal Gate is another solution for, in this case, see another world, but also I want to show you a real use case later. It's about this is Singapore, for example. So in this case, I put like a portal, and in this portal, you have an image 360, a video 360, a real-time experience. But the different from Apple, for example, it's like a dinosaur that you can completely go inside. So you walk in and you are completely in immersive view. You see that place, you see that site, you see that building, that construction. Also in the real time, you can take a look, you are there. So it's like a teletransportation. But when you have, when you come back with your eyes to the portal, you can see the point of entry. So you can go inside, walk in, walk out, very, very easy. Here, it's like all this kind of technology that I mentioned inside a real product for a company in Italy, with a special also support of the university. And in this case, we detect the product all in geometry, in defect. So, for example, there are some scratch on it. So in this case, we can understand the problem from API, so from people that can learning something about some project. And what happened? The Vision Pro, it just take a look about the product. It can understand if there is something, or can explode the model, explode like the 3D object in different part, can add some information like color, like PDF, and this is the portal gate. So basically the people can completely go on the site to see what's going on. So all the project can be mixed each other's, and this is the solution that I want to share with you and bring spatial computing to your visa. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Donato, for your pitch. and the demo that you have shown us, which is very interesting. Thank you very much. All right, so this is the good time to open discussion on the questions for the 4 speakers who have spoken today. So if any of you have any questions about these companies, you can type it in the conversation section or also email us. What is planned is that we will share with all of the audience of this morning and this afternoon the pitch presentation of the companies, which can be shared. And we will also share with you, if it's possible, the contact information for each companies after asking each company. So you can contact directly each of the companies if you want to book a meeting or ask questions directly. Okay, while waiting for any questions, we'll go to the next slide. Just closing up. Thank you very much, the 4 speakers, Daniele, Flavio, Charlie, and Donato, for your time and effort to make a very interesting and insightful presentation of your companies. So as we have presented in the beginning, we have other sessions along the year that are programmed on digital construction and smart city, which will be January next year. So speakers, if you want to join us as a attendee, please, you can be with us, and other participants, of course, you are welcome and more than encouraged to join our other sessions of digital construction tech program. Okay, if there's no other questions, we can close today's session. We're right on time, specifically at 6 p.m. Perfect timing. So if there's any questions or other requests that we collect, we will share with you, speakers. But if not, thank you for being with us. From North America, from Europe, wherever you are. We hope you have a great rest of the day, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Have a great
Bye.
day. Bye-bye.